All right, thank you guys for coming. I'm just going to use the mic just so you guys can all hear me. We are setting up because Kira's going to have a live performance here somewhere in the middle too, in addition to everything that we're going to hear here. So they're just going to get that going while we start. Most of you guys know me. I am Instructor Michael Mollo. This is my co-instructor, Andrew Raiher, and we, yes, thank you very much. We run the Music Composition and Technology Fellowship here at Santa Monica High School. We are so, I'm gonna get a little emotional. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. We are really privileged to work with your kids. Everywhere I look on this campus, I see opportunities for these students that I didn't have in my music education, right? I see support at every level, from the elementary school to the middle school to the high school. I know people say it and everybody refers to it, but we have a world-class music performance program in this public school. Those words don't normally go together, right? It's not lost on me that when I look at my own kids, I've got an 11th grader and I've got a 7th grader going through this district right now. And I'm watching what they are bringing home from their music classes, and it astounds me the things that they are able to do. My 13-year-old, I'm sorry, Rose, I'm gonna call you out, sang Italian opera for Kiwanis as a 13-year-old kid this year. Those type of opportunities are rare. And in terms of the opportunities that we think are rare, we also offer this Composition and Technology Fellowship because not only should our music students be able to perform at a world-class level, they should be independent thinkers. They should be creators, right? We don't just follow sets of instructions. We are the creators of the instructions ourselves, all right? We create the template. You guys are the template for what comes next. For a long time, I didn't really have hope about what was coming next. But this class and these 16 or 17 kids that you are gonna see put something into this world that did not exist before today. Think about that, right? It's incredible what you guys have achieved, right? And we give you instruction, little bits here and a little bit there. Everybody gets a little bit of group instruction, but it occurred to me today, basically what we've got is for the first half of each semester, everybody kind of comes to class and then we have class. And then for the rest of it, you guys just go off and do your own thing. And what's wonderful about it is you don't come to us because you're getting a grade. This doesn't show on your transcript. No one outside of who's in this room right now is gonna know that you did this unless you share it with them, right? But you came sometimes twice a week for 15, 16 weeks after your 9 AP classes, after your rock climbing, after your track, after most of you in this room, just in this semester alone, were in Stairway of the Stars, Hello Dolly, the nonsense circus that was public domain that just happened 2 or 3 weeks ago. I am so impressed. Every time I look at you guys, I see you showing me a talent that I didn't know you have. And it's fantastic. It's now one of the reasons I get up in the morning and come here. And I come here a lot. Not just for you guys, but we're volunteering for all these things. Andrew and his son goes here too. You guys are the reason that we decide, you know what? I want to come just be on a high school campus with about 15 moody teenagers. I elect to do it, right? And it brings me immense joy. So that's enough. Andrew, will you add, please?
Yeah. I first of all, thank you all again for being music parents, right? Because without music parents, we don't have music kids. And it's a tremendous gift to every kid who gets to do music, express themselves, grow in that way. And in a world where we get less and less of that, it becomes more and more valuable. So thank you all, first of all. And thank you, kids, for doing it. It's awesome. You're all talented and energetic. I want to explain to you what's going on today. At the end of the last semester, you came along, you saw a lot of performances. Those performances were predominantly live, and they were all accompanied by a score that you saw on the screen. So traditional music, right? So people wrote stuff down, they created it, we made a score, and then they performed it, right? What's going on today is a little bit different. So that is an important discipline in music growth and education. But what we did this semester is we said to the kids, you have digital audio workstations in front of you, so software to make music in, a computer to make music with. And a lot of them said, well, I can't do that. And we said, of course you can't, because you haven't done it before. And I think what's important to let you guys know is that every time you create a piece of music in the computer, you're making a record, right? Every record you've ever heard is, it's not like making a composition. A composition can happen at the piano or the guitar or with your voice. But when you want to turn that into something that other people can understand, using technology, whether it's tape or a computer or some kind of recorder, you are making a record. And what happens when you make a record is that things become more than the sum of their parts. It takes tremendous vision, it takes bravery and experimentation. Like, raise your hand if you're bored of me saying be brave. Like, they are so bored of it, because every time they're like, what should I? I was like, just be brave, because you can't go far enough. When you make records, you just can't go far enough, right? It's about breaking boundaries for yourself and for other people in the world, because you have infinite options. When you make a record, you have infinite options with all the plugins, with all the sounds, with people who play on it, with the way that you can change the sound, manipulate it, experiment. So we took this student body and we said, you've got one semester to try to make your first record. Now, let me tell you, I've been making records for 30-something years, and I can tell you, it's taken this long to get somewhat good at it. And it is incredibly commendable that you guys gave it a shot and did really, really well. We were there to help you and support you, but it really, I know that for a lot of you, especially the guys who were like more familiar with MuseScore and traditional music and notation and stuff, you were just looking at this thing like, I got nothing. I don't know what to do at all. And you all crossed over that finish line to create something which is amazing. So parents, I want you to understand that what you'll hear sometimes is a bit more like scaffolding. Sometimes is a bit more like someone who is really getting their head around things. And a lot of times toward the end of the semester, it felt like people were starting to kind of gel. It felt like people were really getting to grips with the technology and the modality. And so if things aren't as developed as you might be used to at a Samo concert, that is why. But I can tell you that even if that's the case, a phenomenal amount of work and energy and personal bravery has gone into every single one of these pieces of work. So please applaud them all equally. All right, I'll shut up. Enjoy.
So normally, right, you're at school, you're supposed to have your phones out. Even at jams, they make you put them in the kangaroo pouches or whatever now. So, but take your phones out, have your phones out the whole time. You're welcome to take pictures, you're welcome to take video. As we go, there will be QR codes on the screen. This one is if you want to register for next year's class, okay? So we'll start there, I'll throw it up at the end too. But as we go, if you see a QR code on the screen and you want to leave a comment for one of our composers, just click the QR code. Their name is going to be in the list. Click this person's name and write them a little comment. I'll give them all the comments, and please be constructive. Okay? All right, so that's up for 2 more seconds.